We have breaking news coming in. The U.S. State Department has reacted to the attack on Wion's Islamabad bureau chief, Taha Siddiqui. The U.S. State Department official said, and I quote, "America has always been concerned over reports of violence against journalists in Pakistan." In an exclusive reaction to Wion, the State Department has said that they are monitoring the developments in this situation closely. The U.S. has said that they value freedom of expression as a key component of democratic governance. And right now we're being joined by our correspondent from the U.S., Andy Rosgen. Hi, Andy. I would like to ask you on this development from the U.S. that global support has been pouring in since yesterday, and now the U.S. too has finally reacted to the situation. What would you like to say about this?
Well, the State Department, as you may have read, and I'm not quite sure your coverage yet so far, but the State Department has issued a statement saying that it takes this matter very seriously and that it values the freedom of journalists in an active and civil society, and it is looking into the matter. There's been a lot of talk lately about violence against journalists and journalists being targeted, and there have been many reports that show that the number of journalists targeted for abductions or for violence has increased in the last year. And in fact, many people have blamed, here in the U.S. anyway, the presidency of Donald Trump for that. He has been actively criticizing journalists like no other president before. However, of course, what's happening there is a different sort of situation. But the State Department has weighed in to say that it is very concerned about this matter.
Yes, absolutely, Andy. And following up on that, the U.S. has said that they're monitoring the situation very closely and looking for developments. So what, if anything, could we see from the American side on this issue?
Well, it's hard to say. The State Department, normally in these situations, they do a lot of things behind the scenes that we don't know about. And, you know, as we all know, Pakistan has become a big sore point for the United States right now. So it has to tread carefully here. It has to figure out what happened. It has to figure out the genesis for the abduction attempt. And as you know, the State Department, President Trump has been very critical of Pakistan lately. Obviously, we don't have any idea if this had anything to do with that. But the State Department, on a case-by-case basis, in some cases, it can come out and fully say, for example, if this had happened in the United Kingdom, it could announce and play its hand, so to speak. It could announce exactly what it plans to do. But in a case like Pakistan, again, because of the sore points that have been coming up between the two countries lately, the State Department, all I can imagine is will be keeping its cards close to its chest and not revealing too much about what it's trying to do, if anything.
Absolutely, Andy. Thank you so much for joining us this morning with your input on that situation.